So Ringside Collectibles posted up something yesterday, man, and it kind of caught me off guard. It caught me off guard, and it's not something that I typically notice because I'm not necessarily in this realm, and you can tell me what you think, and we can dive into it, man. But I'll put up the image, I'll describe it, I'll let you know what I think about it, and then we can just kind of digress, and you can let me know your thoughts overall. So let's put it up, man. If you were unaware, the new Defining Moment set, yes, the new Defining Moment set that we've been waiting on from Ringside Collectibles, this is Ringside Collectibles exclusive. It is in stock right now, so if you were an early pre-order guy or something like that, this set should be on its way and probably will be in maybe by the weekend, depending on how close you live to the facility, or maybe early next week. For me, I mean, you guys know, it seems like I'm always last, so I imagine this set will probably hit Monday. I'll probably have the first review up by Tuesday. If we do a full set review, whatever the case is, it will be up on probably Tuesday morning if I had to guess. But this is the full set. You have Stone Cold Steve Austin, Kurt Angle, Paul Heyman, and Logan Paul. I think this set is pretty damn strong in a lot of ways. I think there's some bugaboos, which we'll get into, of course, as we unpack it, but that's not what this is about. So what we're posting about and what this is kind of what I'm detailing here, and this is something I came across on Twitter from my man Mitch Craig. So Mitch Craig kind of pointed this out to me. So I'm going to put up this image on the screen, and I want you to just look at it. You can see this is live from the Ringside Collectibles facility or the warehouse where they ship all the figures, they sort them out, they ship out orders, all those different things. This is where this photo is taken. You can see all the mid-on-card images, or you got the box there of the Defining Moment set of Kurt Angle, Paul Heyman, Logan Paul, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. So look at this image here, and I'll give you a few seconds here as you're looking at it. Look at this picture and tell me if you see anything wrong. What do you see wrong with this image as you're looking at it? And I'll give you a 3, 2, 1. Okay, look at the Stone Cold Steve Austin figure. You'll notice, if you know ball here, you'll notice that the shirt that he's wearing is on backwards, and that is troublesome for a few different reasons, and we'll get into that. So if you look at this figure here, you can see he's got the t-shirt on. It is backwards. He's got the bloody head sculpt off to the side, all the different stuff, and everything like that. So the reason that this is upsetting, or it could be upsetting for men on card collectors or something like that, is because and I don't know the confirmation on this, so don't take it, this could just be a random pull from a box. This could not be legitimate in terms of every single one. Maybe it's a running change, maybe there's some different details here, which we're going to discuss here, but I'll put it side by side. So this is what we were shown previously. It's got the Austin 316 and the bloody font coming down the front of the shirt, and then the new image that we got yesterday, it is a backwards shirt where, it's got the bloody Austin, he's yelling on the face, whatever. And those are the two differences. Now, I do not know for a fact, and Mitch Craig on Twitter did tag Steve and ask him, but I don't think he got a reply. I don't know if this is a running change, some sort of running change to the packaging. We've seen this in the past with minifigures. This would not be a new thing if this was a running change to the packaging or something like that. That is something that has definitely taken place in the past with Mattel. But you'll see, I think a lot of people, now I'm not a big men-on-card collector. Now I'll be honest, if I was a huge men-on-card collector and I could have it my way, I would say that I would want the figure with the bloody head sculpt on it, with the t-shirt on in the Austin 316. That's what I would want. I know it wouldn't necessarily make sense, okay? I understand that it's not like he was wearing the shirt with the bloody head sculpt yelling. I understand that, okay? I get it. It's not like it's a finishing moves figure where he's in the sharpshooter. And if you know the finishing moves figures, you know ball, by the way. You're a ball knower right there. Certified ball knower right there. But it's not like that where, you have Bret Hart in the packaging or a silhouette of Bret Hart and he's got the sharpshooter locked into Stone Cold and he's bent over and he's got that head sculpt on. That could be a whole deal there. But I think if he's going to have the bloody head sculpt included, I feel like it should be on the figure. I think it is the defining moment. It is the big thing. But I do understand why, or maybe you could have put the vest on there with the bloody head sculpt and then had the t-shirt off to the side in a panel. But I know that the packaging is so small nowadays that it's really hard. You can't even see. You wouldn't even be able to see the t-shirt. If he wasn't wearing it, you wouldn't even be able to see the t-shirt, which I completely get as well. But I don't know, man. That's something for me there. I think that the shirt being backwards is going to be a problem for a lot of men-on-card collectors. And you can let me know, again, do you agree with that? Do you disagree with that? I think the bloody head sculpt should have went on it, of course. But this is another little nugget of information I forgot about with this figure. So if you guys remember way back in the day, do you guys remember this defining moment? This is the first defining moment, or actually this is the second defining moment. Stone Cold Steve Austin. I remember finding a bunch of these at Toys R Us. This figure was great. This figure has weird lore, man. This is a weird lore figure right here, kind of, because this figure released all those years ago. It was very highly sought after. It was at Toys R Us and a lot of other places. And then what's weird is it went away, like it sold out. Everybody was just wanting it for real. And then it was random, maybe 3 years later. I think it was WrestleMania 38 or something like that. They had a big old stockpile of these at the Superstore just there to purchase, and everybody was scrambling like, oh my God, they have Defining Moment Stone Cold. It was a very random thing, just one of those obscure stories that you find from back in the day. But if we unpack it here, I also want to look at this too. If you look at the men on card, not the men on card, but the white shot, I don't know what it is about these white shot figure shots. It's always something weird, but you'll notice that the head sculpt, the standard head sculpt, is kind of misprinted on this figure, which I thought was kind of crazy, but it almost kind of looks like that 3-pack head sculpt. It's very similar, if not the same, and I can't tell. The reason I bring up that second Defining Moment Stone Cold is because if you bring that up next to this figure, I want to say this is a true effects version of that head sculpt, or it may be like just a slightly reworked version, but I don't know. The misprint here just looks odd on this new Defining Moments figure, but I don't know. I think that's crazy that it's all those years later and you're kind of getting like the same stuff. It's just slightly improved. I don't know. It's just a weird connections right there. But let me know what you think. Do you think that this figure is ruined is it ruined as a men on card collector now that the shirt is backwards? And again, take it with a grain of salt. It could be a running change. It could be something that maybe this was a one of one. Maybe this didn't happen on every single one. You can let me know. Maybe they had to make an audible at the last moment. I mean, the figure literally includes a bloody head sculpt, so I wouldn't imagine that's the case, but who knows? I mean, these companies are weird about things and everything like that. You never know. You never truly know. But something else I thought that was interesting that came across the desk that I wanted to get into with you is going to be this right here, man. Look at this. So my man Mitch Craig also put this up here. Mitch Craig puts up this on Twitter. He goes, you may have received the dreaded cancellation email tonight. Steiner is obviously going to be an easy one to get, more than likely a price era. So if you pre-ordered Scott Steiner from Walmart, I would like to know down below, did you get a cancellation notice in your email? Now, that's hilarious because if you go back to our video just the other day, I talked about the problems or the things that suck about being a WWE action figure collector, and this was one of the things. It legitimately happened right after I said it, or maybe even the day I said that, but people having their Scott Steiners canceled, that really stinks. However, I think this figure is going to be pretty easy to come after. I'll show some other images here that Mitch Craig put up from, I don't know if this was a Walmart or something like that. I mean, obviously it's a Walmart, but you'll see packed stock Scott Steiners. I mean, so many. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Scott Steiners right here, men on card on the shelf, and then we have cases upon cases of Scott Steiner available. So there are so many cases here of Scott Steiner. I don't think that Scott Steiner is going to be one that you're going to miss out on if you're really wanting that figure. I think you're going to have the availability or the opportunity to own that figure, so I wouldn't stress yourself out. I think if you can't find it locally, just play long game on it. I think you're going to be able to hunt it down, and I don't think it's going for that crazy of prices on the aftermarket. I haven't checked at the time of saying this, but I wouldn't imagine it being that widely available. I don't imagine it being that difficult to find, and I've seen it many, many times on toy hunts over the last couple of weeks as I've went to Walmart, so I think that this figure is going to be pretty easy to come by if you're wanting it. So again, don't stress yourself out, man. Play the long game. Don't pay the incredible aftermarket prices. Just don't do it, man. Just don't do it. Just wait on it. But then we also had this, which I thought was interesting, which also comes from Mitch Craig, man. Mitch Craig, absolute beast follow on Twitter over there. But he also posted up this. I don't know where this image came from besides him, but he has a men on card image of the new Swerve figure. So you can see here, it's in package. It is a very terrible, it looks like this was taken with a toaster, so I understand that it's not the best photo ever, but this is a look at, I think, the premier Swerve Strickland figure that's coming. You can see the little Shop AEW sticker on there. You can see the figure with the jacket on, the championship. We did see this back at San Diego Comic-Con. You can see here's an actual image of it on stage from the presentation at the Jazzwares panel. I was there in person. This is exactly what it looked like. You can see there, it's got the head sculpt and everything. Got the jacket, championship. Very damn good looking figure. Very excited for this. Meeting Swerve and just getting to see his reaction to his figures and just talk with him a little bit there and be there for an interview with him and everything, dude. Really cool guy. One of my favorite parts of the entire Comic-Con experience. So Swerve was really awesome. This figure looks great. And then we also have a prototype, and I think this figure has a different head sculpt than this one, so I don't know if this is that figure, but he also has this image of this prototype Swerve, and then you can see that I think these have different head sculpts though. He looks like he has like a blank expression in the photo that from the panel and from that blurry far away photo. But then when you see the prototype right here, whatever prototype this is of the Swerve figure, he's got kind of the gritting head sculpt. So I don't know if that was a change that was made or what the case is. I have no idea what they're doing there. Maybe that's from the, I don't know what that is. Maybe that's from the Target exclusive. I can't remember off the top of the dome. But nonetheless, I'm excited for all the Swerve figures. I think that they look great and everything like that. But that is just what I wanted to talk about. I'm very excited for that Swerve figure, man. That figure looks so damn good, especially mint on card. Just a great looking figure. I'd imagine, if we're having this prototype here or this box leak or whatever, I imagine this is probably going to go up at some point within the next month. I would definitely be ready to pre-order that if that's something you're wanting or whatever, man. This is probably going to go up very, very soon, so I would just prep yourselves because I think it's going to happen. So if you are wanting that figure, then I would stay tuned, man. But I think that is all the news that I have for you today. I wanted to get on here, talk about it a little bit, man. I know that the schedule's been messed up. It's been a little weird. I thought I was over the hump, and then I got just dragged back down, but then I'm feeling better again. So I think I'm over the hump now. I just got to continue to get rest and stay hydrated, things like that. So just with the working schedule, man, and the way that sometimes I think that, honestly, like the way that I've been able to operate the channel sometimes in the past, I think the long game is kind of taking a toll sometimes, and just the way the long working hours are just late into the night, not getting a lot of rest, things like that we always joke about here on the channel. I think that combined with some sickness just kind of caught up with me a little bit there, and that's just something that I guess as I get older I just need to monitor better and more carefully and take more pride in getting more rest and stuff like that. I don't know, that's just what I'm thinking here, but I don't know, man. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below on all this. Do you think that Stone Cold figure is ruined for mint on card collectors? I'd like to know if you're on board with that. Do you think it's like, nah, I still think it's sick, whatever the hell it is. I still think it's a sick figure. Can't wait to get it in. I think it's going to be awesome, but I'm getting the hell out, man. I'll see you guys next time. Huge shout out to the Patreon members, man. Thank you so much for your support, man. You guys are unbelievable, and I just appreciate you so very much. But I'm getting the hell out, man. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a blessed one, and I'll catch you guys later.